Hoping that he might not get sucked into that as spectacular as it is. Let's find out who Cara Noir will be facing.
Here's a man who we haven't seen in Pro Wrestling Chaos for some time. He was a member of Flashmore Wednesday's modern culture. He's back.
Yeah, and we've gone from the breathtaking to the fire-breathing. The Dragonheart Danny Jones is back in Chaos with, well, to Chaos, a brand new look and maybe a brand new focus. A young man that's traveled the world and learned from many mentors and really refined his craft, has found himself back here in Chaos, and maybe now, Eddie, this is an opportunity for Danny Jones to really make a name for himself apart from Flash Morgan Webster.
This isn't the Danny Jones that was a lackey for Flash Morgan Webster in the modern culture. The man that's standing opposite Cara Noir right now, that looks awful similar to the Danny Jones that wrestled in Karoken Hall for All Japan Pro Wrestling.
And we are officially underway in a genuinely fascinating matchup. Two incredibly capable professional wrestlers, as spectacular as their entrances are as well. And I think the thing that always shocks me every time I see Danny Jones is that his stature, the size of him, he's a legitimate heavyweight.
He's a big boy. I've stood opposite him. He's not quite as big as the Pride of Wales Eddie.
Of course. But he's
a big lad.
You know, as two Valley boys ourselves, he has got that sort of Valley strength. He's got that sort of rugged Welsh power to him. And like you said, you know, he went over to All Japan Wrestling, shared a ring with the likes of young Akiyama, and learnt so much out there, and has come back such a more well-rounded competitor.
And I mean, he'd openly tell you that there are people who are invited out to Japan for headline tours. Danny wasn't. Danny went out to All Japan Pro Wrestling as a young boy for all intents and purposes. He trained at the dojo. He was there for maybe 3 months. By the end of the 3 months, he was involved in tag team matches with Yun Akiyama. Let's think about that for a second. He's gone out there as a young boy. He's obviously done something right to have found himself in those matches before the end of a short 3-month tour.
It's a great point. You know, sharing a ring with a man that was main eventing shows before Danny Jones was even born, it's incredible. But let's not discount Cara Noir. He has had sporadic appearances in Chaos. He is the man that gave the last match to Gideon. And we spoke about theatrical entrances, incredible theatrics in that matchup, and an incredibly capable wrestler as he's showing here.
Beautiful double leg takedown from Danny.
Yeah, and Danny using his size so well so
both
far.
Of these guys, sorry to cut you off, Matt. Both these guys, they enjoy working on the mat. I know Danny's a big proponent of mat wrestling. He's got a good background in jiu-jitsu. I've rolled with him before. He's more than capable on the mat. And I've spoken to him about the fact that a lot of guys on the UK independent wrestling scene, they can't roll to the kind of level where he can showcase in a professional wrestling setting. I think Cara Noir might be the exception to that rule, and we could have a classic on our hands.
That's a great point. I know Cara Noir has had a lot of issues recently with fans up and down the country, maybe not respecting the ring abilities of him and thinking that, like you said, that he is just an entrance, and that is such a misconception for a man that has been wrestling a very long time as well. He's got a beautiful abdominal stretching, but
beautiful Ogashi takeover.
Yeah, that is your wheelhouse. You know all about that. And he's got a back mount. Maybe his hips a little bit too high on Noir.
Needs to get those hooks in. He'll know. He's got one hook in. Shooting for the Juji Gatami. Kara's got it blocked. He's doing the right thing. He's clasped his hands. Oh, he's got it. Cara does really well to roll in on that arm lock, because if Danny's popped his hips, the match could have been over as soon as that. You've seen that in many a mixed martial arts contest. You grab that cross armbar, fight's over.
And you can see the nod of approval from Jones, maybe realizing the skill set that Noir has, and Again, Danny's got this attitude about him recently that he really wants to prove himself against the best, so he's certainly going to relish this opportunity. But
people think Cara Noir is the ballerina, stiff kick to the outside of Danny Jones's left leg. People think Cara Noir is the ballerina and the theatrical man who sometimes gives birth to an egg in matches and such obscure things as that. They forget that it's the same guy who was Black Belt Tom Dawkins wrestling Pete Dunne up and down the country for LDN 7 years ago.
Such a good point. Is Noir nursing that quadricep, stiff leg kick from Jones, putting them kick pads to good use, but
this crowd's coming alive for 2 leg kicks, Matt. That's the intensity that we just
I mean, me and you are in our absolute element here. I don't think we could pick 2 more well-suited wrestlers to our taste, but it's so great to see that level of respect from our audience here in Bristol as Noir taking a little bit of a moment that maybe that initial leg kick doing a lot more damage than he's letting on. And maybe that's where the theatrics can come into his advantage.
There's an old adage, Matt, real recognizes real, and what we've got here is 2 guys who are very much real.
Well, if this is your first time watching the Total Chaos show, welcome. It is one of the most unpredictable nights that can bring incredible wrestling matches just like this. Is good use of a cravat there from Caro as he ties him up now.
I've seen him do this before. He ties guys up in knots in ways you haven't seen before.
Oh yeah, just utilising almost an old British figure 4 with that abdominal stretch as well.
Here come the theatrics. That pinky's gonna go right up Danny Jones's nose. And then, well, I'll let Cara tell you. Oh! Choosing to taste Danny's boogers, but Danny's gonna roll up.
Jones making sure he wasn't succumbing to the mind games of the Black Swan and immediately tried to roll up his opponent. I mean, shot a look to us there that was slightly concerned and perplexed.
I mean, that is what Cara brings to the table that maybe a character like Danny Jones doesn't. They trade leg kicks, maybe Danny's going to get the better of him. Maybe not, but maybe. But you start getting into the mind games, now you're talking Cara Noir's wheelhouse.
And you can see the frustration bubbling to the surface as Jones shoving away Noir.
And don't think that Noir will be concerned by that aggression and frustration from Danny. Cara will be looking to get that aggression out of Danny, because an aggressive Danny Jones is going to make a mistake. Cara's going to capitalize on that mistake, and that might be how he looks to pick up the victory.
Wise words from a veteran on the scene as Noir now goes to the leg of Jones. Maybe looking for a bit of retribution after them earlier leg kicks. Just hyperextending that left leg. And now there's that toe and ankle.
Classic toe and ankle. That's a staple of British wrestling. Got to ask the question. I wonder if Danny Jones knows the reversal to this. He switched to almost a standing heel hook, but Danny's looking to catch one of his own.
Yeah, it's
Jiu-jitsu practice will sometimes refer to this as gunslinging, when both guys have got that heel hook in, and it's really who can sink it in properly first. This is a dangerous place, dangerous game to play with a guy like Danny Jones.
Oh, and Noir's winning the shootout so far as he's wrenching the ankle, just trying to grab any part of that already damaged leg, but Jones is giving as good as he gets.
Looks like Cara switched to a knee bar and now reverted to an overhand chop.
And that might have been a mistake.
Look at Danny's face!
Oh, the Dragon Eye is looking directly into the eyes of the Black Swan. And
Matt, this is my jam!
Now here we go, both men firing off shots, middle of the ring.
No quarters asked, none given. Cara hits the deck.
Goes straight back to that leg, that up kick, straight into the quad and fire Jones.
Oh my good God! No kick pads. Oh, that's vile.
This is just descending.
Danny loves it.
Into a straight up fight. Oh, great counter into that step up knee.
Shoots him off, and a reversal.
Ducks under the line. Here comes Dragon. Oh, there's
Rolling
that
elbow.
follows it up looking for
Looks for a
back
backcracker. Cara holds on. Wipes it out. Dragon suplex.
And Jones is not finished. There it is. Into the cover.
Oh, Matt. That was a terrible pinfall after a terrific flurry. You've got to hook the leg, Matt.
Oh yeah, maybe getting a little bit too caught up in the emotions of the fight, forgetting his basics, but incredible offense from Jones on display. Noir looking for another up kick. Jones has it counted, steps over into that single-legged grab. There's the Boston.
He was looking for that a second ago.
And that is in deep.
Sunk it in. Cara gets to the ropes quickly. He did not like being in that hold, Matt.
Yeah, and you mentioned the ballet background of Noir. Well, it gives him an incredible core strength, and that core strength coming in to effect, being able to crawl to the ropes so quickly. Switches it. There's a German suplex straight on the head. Oh!
Super kick. Basement.
Oh, and Noir with a neck breaker.
Rude awakening. Oh. Danny Jones kicks out, but you will take note, a notably different cover from the more experienced Cara Noir.
Yeah, and you've got to think as well that Jones kicks out, but it's expending that energy that's already been sapped out of him from all the offense that Noir has got in on this match. Two incredible professional wrestlers, but neither man finding the killer blow. Noir maybe looking for a sleeper hold. Oh.
Since returning from his, for all intents and purposes, paternity leave, Cara has been using this. I've seen it called a sleeper. It's not a sleeper. It's a rear naked choke, frankly. Michinoku driver.
There it is. Pops it up. Oh, and Noir barely gets a shoulder up.
This is a banger of a contest. What I was saying, Cara Noir, he's been using that rear naked choke. Now, I got to question the legality of the hold. Choke's not legal in professional wrestling. Seems to get away with it as a sleeper. Looks like a choke to me.
Well, that is down to the discretion of Mark Harry, our official here in this
Sunset
matchup.
flip.
Rolls him through. Noir maybe looking for another shot. Ducks under it, into the ropes. And he's caught him. There it is! And Jones is in deep trouble.
He's got both hooks in. There's no escaping it. Like a boa constrictor. Cara Noir. Cara Noir, man. He's put another guy to sleep with a move that I'm going to question the legality of. Looks like a rear naked choke to me, especially with the speed that Danny Jones just went to sleep.
Maybe it's something you could bring up at your first meeting as general manager, but Cara Noir continues his winning ways in Pro Wrestling Chaos. An incredible performance from the theatrical Cara Noir, but an incredible showing from the young upstart Danny Jones.
I mean, it's an incredible showing from both men. For my money, that's one of the better singles contests I've seen this calendar year, perhaps. Absolutely outstanding. I said at the top of the match, Cara Noir is going to have a big 2019. That's why.